Right, hi everyone. I'm here. I meant to make this about 4 weeks ago, but unfortunately the whole family got hit by a particularly bad bout of COVID. So it took us the best part of 3 weeks to get over that. But the idea is, going back to what I said in my last video, that I was going to do a belt video. So do like a belt rig. And I've based it on Dave Canterbury's 10 C's of survivability. If you're not familiar with Dave Canterbury, he's put the 10 C's. He's put together a list of things. It started out as the 5 C's, I believe, which were the very basics that you could use or take with you to survive out in the wild. And it was expanded to 10 C's I think it was expanded to 10 C's basically to give you a bit more comfort in when you're out in the wild. So basically, if you're still unfamiliar, you could go onto YouTube and just find Dave Canterbury. I mean, he's well represented on YouTube. I think he's the founder of Pathfinder School and Self-Reliance Outfitters in America. His 10 C's tend to cover it starts off with cover. So I've actually got a OneWind tarp and a OneWind shelter with pegs and guy ropes here. So that's my cover sorted. Combustion. So I've got a couple of ferro rods, which obviously if you're familiar with ferro rods, they're just just that sort of thing. And I've actually added a BCB Fire Dragon stove onto that, and this is the blocks that it burns, the hexi blocks. So cover, combustion, cordage. I need to make a quick deploy ridge line. That's what this is going to be. If I do about 30 feet ridge line, and with some prussiks, 3, 4, 5 prussiks sitting on it. The next one is your container. This is a Dutch water bottle that I've got, and it's got a stainless steel cup with it, and I've actually ordered a lid for it as well, so that'll go in there. Obviously a lid helps you your water boil faster. Compass. So I just got myself a cheap sight and compass. This is what I would. It's one that I'm not really bothered about losing. Well, I should be, but it's not the really expensive one. It is accurate. I have tested it against my good compass. Candling. Now, when he says candling, he means head torch or some sort of light source. Head torch is preferable. So that's a Sunblesser head torch. One that I won on a competition from the Novice Wild Camper. Cutting tools. So I've actually got several cutting tools here. I've got a multi-function tool. Just one of the Gerber ones, which I need to put in. A small handsaw. TBS Wildcat. I don't know which of these I'm actually going to put into it yet, so that's why they're all out. And I got myself a short machete, which you can see there. And one extra C that I have added, and I've seen other people on YouTube that have added when I've watched their belt rig videos, is C for care. And when they say care, they mean a first aid kit. I need to put a few like headache tablets and some water purification tablets in that, but that's a fairly good individual first aid kit. So that's like an extra C. I know that Dave Canterbury actually he puts in things like cloth. You can use that as a bandage, you can use it as a sling, and he puts other things in that would cover his first aid. But I think you should add a first aid kit. Everybody, if you're using sharp implements like this, if you've got fire, you've got the potential to be hurt, and I just think you should have things. You should have an individual first aid kit. That's my own personal opinion. So basically, I've got a load of pouches and a battle belt. I have this battle belt which has got 3 rows of molly on the back and 2 on each side. And I'm going to put some of my pouches on. I'll work out which ones I'm actually going to put on. Obviously going by the size of the items that I'm wanting to put into the pouches. I mean, I've got several of these Dutch pouches, double pouches like that one. I think they're all old mag pouches. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this on, but I don't know if I would or not. It's quite a big. I think it's a gas mask pouch, but that would have been handy to go on. But it doesn't really have. It hasn't got molly fittings on it, so I might have to give that one a miss. It might be a bit big anyhow, but that's that one. And these are all Dutch or British military, so the DPM camo pattern is very similar. So I'll fetch you back when I've got the pouches actually under the belt, and then I'll show what things I'm putting in where. Okay? Right, I've got my pouches onto my belt there, and I've tried to do it so that the weight is evened out. So if I go from left to right, quite a light one, I've actually got my headlight and my compass in there. Obviously I could fit more in if I wanted to. I've got my cover, so that's a OneWind shelter system, which I'll put up on the screen now so you can see what I'm talking about. It's sort of like a cross between a lean-to tarp and an Adirondack wind shelter, but without the peak. Like I say, I'll put a picture up now. I've got my knife and my folding saw in these ones, as well as a sharpening stone. I've got my first aid kit in this side, and I thought about, some people put the first aid kit right in the middle so they can access it with either hand. I'm putting it on my right because I'm right-handed, so the chances are if I'm going to hurt myself with a blade or anything like that, it'll be my left hand that gets hurt. I know it's sort of like tempting fate, but I'm just thinking that I'll be able to access this with my right hand. Failing that, I'll just drop the belt and access it like that. I've got my BCB Fire Dragon stove and some hexi blocks in here which stink, and then I've got my the weight at this end to counterbalance this weight is my water with my container. I could actually I thought about putting my I could put this onto the belt, which I might do just yet, but I have actually, like I say, I've got my knife and I've got my folding saw, so that should be, I shouldn't really need that, to be honest, but I might put it onto the belt. We'll just have to see. So yeah, that's about it really. That's my belt rig which I'm going to use. I'm not using it as a replacement of a backpack or anything like that. This is just, I don't know, a bit of fun I suppose. See what I can actually carry around my waist. If it gets too heavy, I do actually, there are anchor points on here where I can actually put a yoke on. There's D-rings. I could put a yoke on if I wanted to, which I have got a couple of, so if I need to I will. So yeah, the next outdoor video that I plan to make is going out with this gear on into a new woodland, and just sort of like I'll maybe sit and have a cuppa and, you know, put the shelter up and make myself a cuppa. So yeah, that's the plan for the next one, and then after that I'm planning on getting out with into the old woodland in a new a new vintage tent that I've got, which is a polycotton French F1 tent. So that'll be an overnighter, and that's the plan anyhow. So I hope you've enjoyed this short and sweet video. Like I say, it was just something a bit different. I just fancied putting something together just to see if I could actually do it. You know, I know there's a lot of belt videos on YouTube and what have you, but I just thought this one might this is my belt video. Okay, thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you very, very much for sticking with me through these past God knows how many months. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the moral support that I've had off some subscribers. I'm sure you all know who you are. Next time I hope to see you, and I'm out in the woods, whichever woods, whether it's the old woods or the new woods. I don't know which video is going to come first. So yeah, thank you very, very much. Please like and subscribe. Share to your friends if you feel it's shareable. Thanks very much.